Hello everyone and welcome to our latest episode of Nucleus Office Talks by MasterMind 2023, Decoding the Value of Experience. I'm your host Shivani Lorai, and today we are going to discuss how a good workspace experience is a business imperative for a good employee experience to boost your ROX index. Most employers view improved employee experience as critical to their business strategy. For an integrated workspace that offers smart and sustainable infrastructure, technology, and people's well-being for an enhanced and personalized experience is irreplaceable. Workspace experience, or WX, is central in empowering employees, improving seamless workflow and productivity in an office. It is reflective of a company's approach in bettering its work environment for a quality employee experience, their well-being and engagement. Since the workplace is scattered around, it has become imperative to ensure that businesses are driving high performances through value-creating relationships and connecting people in new ways while supporting their health and well-being. To help us better understand this topic, we have with us one of an eminent names in the IT and networking industry, Miss Daisy Chitilapalli, President of Cisco India and SAARC. Miss Daisy Chitilapalli has years of experience in the technology industry, including the last 18 years at Cisco. She has a proven track record of transforming operations and cultures to drive growth at scale. Ms. Chitilapalli recently held the position of Managing Director for Cisco's Digital Transformation Office, where she worked with customers to capitalize on opportunities emerging in the digital world. Let's go and meet her. We have amongst us a prominent name from the IT and networking industry, Miss Daisy Chitilapalli. She is the President, Cisco India and SAARC. A very warm welcome to you, Daisy, and thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you, Shivani. Thank you for being here at our campus in Bangalore. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so
much. It's a lovely,
much.
Lovely day to be in Bangalore and outdoors.
Yes.
So welcome again.
Yes. Daisy, I'll jump right in. I wanted to ask you that post the pandemic, Cisco has been championing the cause of hybrid workspaces and has permanently transitioned into this space. How is this model working for you in terms of an enhanced employee experience? And also, in this sort of a model, how are you encouraging innovation and engagement with your teams?
So Shivani, for us, really, this is not a new thing to be doing, right? I remember I joined Cisco many years ago, and even then working from home was a normal thing to do, or working from anywhere where you could get connectivity into office resources, very normal thing to do at Cisco.
Yeah.
But you're right, COVID did create that point in time in history, and like many companies, we had to also evaluate our work strategy and our talent strategy related to that, all of our processes, what impact it has on our culture. So in the middle of 22, as we were dealing with COVID to various degrees in different parts of the world, we commissioned the hybrid work study. And we did, of course, an internal version of it because we were very keen on listening to what our people have to say.
Yes.
But we also took it out to a broad set of our customers and partners. And it was overwhelmingly useful for us to have done that study, because what it told us, over 90% of people who participated in that study told us that hybrid work was better for them from a physical standpoint, an emotional standpoint, a social standpoint, and even a financial standpoint.
Oh, I see.
And over 60% of them said that they were more productive when they were allowed to work from a space where they were most inspired. and they were most comfortable. And over 70% of them said to us that hybrid work is the permanent model. Now, it's not one thing, we're still evolving, we're still moving towards it, but over 70% said that hybrid work should be the permanent blueprint of work, of the way we do work, right? So work is not a place we go to, work should be an activity, and it shouldn't matter where we do that activity from.
Right. So what's the feedback that you're receiving from your employees? Of course, you have explained that you're taking into cognizance their input, and you've done a survey around it as well. On interviewing a couple of other people that we have and companies that we've surveyed, a lot of corporations want their employees to come back and work from the offices, and this is typical of an IT. It's more an IT concern, I would say. I'm not sure to use if this is the right word. But employees are not too excited about shifting their base to where their office is. So is a company like Cisco setting base in a remote location or in a non-metro space just for their employees?
So, I know a lot of companies are thinking about their satellite office strategies, right? For us, we are a R&D company. We have only this one campus. We have sales points of presence across. But to your point about getting access to talent, that's different from your real estate strategy, really, right? So we have one of the things which has been eye-opening even for us, is we had perceptions of certain roles that could only be done from this campus. But COVID, when a lot of our people went away, we were supporting across India 300 plus locations for more than 2 years. In India, for 2 years, we were on a mandatory work from home. We only came back in hybrid mode of March of last year. So we were supporting 300 locations across India. So you can imagine that's more than tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities also, right? 12,000 plus employees strewn across 300 locations. So it's doable, right? We are a great example of the fact that it's doable. But we also realize that our own people are telling us that they don't want to be 100% remote. Right?
Beautiful.
They don't want to be 100%
Perfect,
remote. They want to be able to come into office for those things that they miss when they are at home. Some of it is a social aspect of work. Some of it, and the average age of this campus is mid-20s. So we are a very young workforce. So they also say that the pace at which they learn, community learning, as the word suggests, is a community experience, right? And sometimes they believe that it's best done when they can scribble on boards and push each other around and crack a few jokes and then take a coffee break. It's also ideation and innovation. So we find a lot of these elements. So our employees tell us there are some days, maybe 2-3 days we want to work at home, but 2-3 days we want to come to work. But yes, the experience has to be different. What I come to office for has to be different from what I do at work, do at home. 100% sitting at home is not a model either, right? So I think we listen to them first, and what they're telling us is this.
Beautiful. So, you have a gorgeous campus, and I'd love to see it.
Of course, please. I mean, maybe just go in. We have an amphi, and a very interesting, a small amphi in this building. So maybe take a look at it.
I look forward. Daisy, this is a beautifully designed space, I must say. But when I talk about technology to you, it has been playing an important role in not just providing appropriate tools, but also in creating collaborative, inclusive workspaces. So my next question is, what role, as per you, can technology play in designing purposeful physical and digital spaces or environments where everyone feels seen and engaged, and how is that playing out at Cisco?
Yeah, so you're right. We have to combine this physical and virtual world for hybrid work to really come together in execution, and very good execution, and make people feel seen and heard. And this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. So on one side, on the physical space, this campus that you're at today, we have use technology to the hilt because we are a technology company. So we have obviously made sure that the technology is integrated tightly into our spaces. So for example, I mean, this is of course a collaborative space, but if you were to walk into Cisco, this building, as an employee from anywhere in the world, it doesn't have to be that you are a part of the India operation, you can be anywhere in the world. You would walk in, you would have a badge. So all Cisco buildings worldwide are accessed by that same badge. You don't have to do anything anywhere else.
Oh wow! Okay.
And you walk into any building, and you have QR codes at every space. So if you want to book a space, you just take your device, and well, before that there's maps, there's Cisco Maps, which basically tells you, here's the building, here's how it looks, here are the spaces in this building. These spaces have these type of technology capabilities, so you can go to whichever floor you want or whichever space you want. During COVID times, the number one criteria was occupancy. We needed to maintain distance, so the number one criteria to book a space was occupancy at that time. But now more and more people book spaces based on what is the purpose and what is the technology which is in that space. So when you point your device at that QR code, it will actually personalize that space to you. So which means that you will have you will have conversations like, or rather that space will be personalized to you in the sense that the aircon will adjust to your ambient setting or your preferred setting. The light levels will move to your setting that you want. The devices could show up pictures of your family, which is what you like to be surrounded by, or maybe the last trip you took. In my case, that would be what would come up. The last trip you took on vacation would come up on the screen. So these are the types of things, because what you want is for people to feel like they belong in that space. And how do people, you and me, personalize our workspaces, right? We bring bits of our life into our workplaces. So we do take care of personalization to that degree.
Would you want to sit somewhere and carry this discussion forward? I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Of course, let's do that, Shivani.
Okay, cool. So Daisy, let's come to a slightly different topic, which is return on experience. And you know that a high return on experience will lead to a higher customer experience and eventually a ROI. Employee experience, of course, plays a critical role in this. However, the definition of customer experience is changing globally, and I would say digitization is also flattening the playing field across the companies. Is that changing at Cisco? Is customer experience strategy changing at Cisco?
Yes, it has. In fact, not now, but almost 7 to 8 years ago, we made a strategic shift in our strategy, recognizing the fact that Gartner says 2 out of 3 companies will compete only on the basis of customer experience that they deliver externally to their customers and their partners. And you touched on a very interesting phrase, return on experience. The reason we focus on employee experience so much is because return on experience is actually at the intersection of customer experience and employee experience.
Perfect, yes.
Right? That's the way Cisco looks at it. Yes. But coming back to the shift in what we define as customer experience now, right? There's a big shift that has happened in the way that customers across industries want to consume technology. And to the point that you made, because of digitization and because of the rapid pace of digitization, and because of just the VUCA environment of the world in general, enterprises have to lift and shift their capabilities to create competitive advantage for themselves using technology at a much faster pace than before. So what used to be that you could deploy technology and look for ROI on that technology deployment over 3 years, 5 years, etc., that period, that return expectation from the client has changed. The other thing that has changed is that they want to extract value and pay for that value as they extract value, which means nowhere is there the patience to pay for all of this technology upfront and then hope to see return over the next 3 to 5 years. So that is where you find a lot of the business models, preferences of enterprises are changing to as a service. And it's also making the acquisition of technology within the same budget, you have to buy a lot more stuff, a lot more things you have to deploy in your enterprise. So it's a way of managing that problem as well. So we find the implications to Cisco, we used to be, if you look at us traditionally, we make a lot of good tech, we sell it to our clients and to our partners, and then they are really responsible for extracting value from it. That was the business model at Cisco. We would help them with it, of course, but that is really where our focus was. We were largely a resale organization. But when we recognize this shift that customers are struggling to extract value from all these technologies that we and other companies are throwing at them, and two, the fact that they don't want this complexity, they would look to companies like us to take this, abstract this complexity away from them. We redefined what customer experience means to Cisco. So from a strategy point of view, we have pivoted a lot of our business towards software and services, which means that our ability to offer as a service to our clients has gone up. More cloud delivered, more easy to consume technology from our side to our partners and customers first, and then to put in people who focus on that customer, who go into customer environments and help them extract value from the technology that they have bought from us. So the return to value or the return on investment is much faster for them in their environments, right? So that switch, that strategic switch has happened. So we have an entire team which is focused on customer experience. We were always customer centric as an organization, but taking that a bit further in order to say that we will stick with you, in the life cycle of technology adoption, helping you extract value from the technology you buy from us at every stage of the life cycle that you have with our technology. That is a significant shift we have made as an organization.
Beautiful. So I've had a discussion with you on technology, on employee experience, sustainability. And of course, everyone knows Daisy, the leader and one of the top leaders in the technology space in the country. We want to know a little bit about you, Daisy, who's the person at home, and what gets Daisy up from the bed every day? What motivates you?
I think opportunity. I am motivated by the opportunity to leave Cisco in a better place, to leave the ecosystems we touch, whether that's customers, partners, communities, or even the country, in a better place. On a daily basis, there's an opportunity to influence, to make the world a better place through technology. If you look at Cisco's purpose, it is to power an inclusive future for all. And I am very sold on that purpose, which is the reason I've been here for 18 years and counting.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much, Daisy. It was an absolute delight to have this conversation with you, and thank you for accepting to be on this show. It's been an absolute privilege for us to see your campus, hear a little bit about Cisco, your personal life. So really grateful to you for your time today.
Thank you so much, Shivani, for having me. And thank you for coming here and being with us at the Cisco campus.
My privilege.
Thank you.
Thank you. As we heard Ms. Chitilapilli today, the companies are not just focused on selling their products, but more than ever, they are keen on building relationships and experiences. If you desired a tailored, seamless, end-to-end experience, it is important that you focus on the factors that influence your ROX index. Thank you, Ms. Chitilapilli, for your invaluable insights and time. This has been Nucleus Office Talks by MasterMind 2023, Decoding the Value of Experience.